child, I've always had aspirations to be a teacher.
When I was a kid, I've always dreamed of being able to speak a bunch of different languages and be a UN interpreter.
What I want to do is, I believe I found it, I want to be a health coach and I want to help people, I want to change people's lives.
I've just always loved to sing and I've always loved to act, and so I've been doing it ever since I was little.
And welcome to The Dreamers, the Fullerton College show where we interview ambitious individuals who are trying to make their dreams a reality. I'm your host, Sage Medina, and our special guest today is Alex Munoz. Thanks for being here today, Alex.
Thanks for having me.
So how long have you been attending Fullerton College?
I'd say this is my third year now.
Okay. So what is it that you're studying here?
I'm currently studying film, but the past 2 years I've been an art major.
Okay. What made you switch?
I realized my true passion is lying more in film than it is in art anymore.
But you do have a passion in art, correct?
Yeah, I love enjoying it, but more as a personal hobby than I want to actually use that as my job.
Was there a film that switched you into becoming a film major, or was it just the overall experience of movies?
Overall experience movies, and I just got a job, not just, about a year or two ago, at a movie theater, and that really got me sparked into it because of all the free movies.
You like things better when they're free. That's
Always.
The truth. So what is it that inspired you to begin art and then to switch to film?
I just always had a talent for art, apparently, and I thought I always thought I was supposed to go into it, but I realized as the years went by, film was always kind of my underlying passion.
Did you ever have a defining art piece that you remember?
I've had a couple every now and then. I feel randomly I take leaps and bounds that I don't notice, and I just come up with something. I'm impressed myself and apparently others.
Did you ever draw great things when you were little, or was it something you worked up to as an adult?
It was kind of a working up, but it was, my drawings were definitely better than my first grade classmates most of the time. They're a little bit more refined, but nothing crazy.
You ruled the first graders
Yes.
with drawing. Okay. And what was it like your first year at FC?
It was interesting. It's a totally different experience from high school, a lot more freedom.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Servite High School in Anaheim.
Okay. What are the main differences between your high school career and your college career?
Definitely I have more of a focus on what I want to do than the required courses of high school. Yeah.
What courses are you taking to go to your film dream?
I'm taking like digital production, non-linear editing, intro to radio, TV, film, contemporary cinema, and media aesthetics.
Wow, so
yeah.
all film.
Yeah, full plate.
Is this your first semester going into film, or were there semesters in between where you started to move towards film from art?
No, I just jumped all in this semester.
Wow. Go head first. What class do you look forward to the most in your schedule?
I would say the digital production, non-linear editing. It's really a lot more hands-on, and I learned how to edit, and I didn't realize how much I liked it.
Are you more of a learner that you have to be hands-on?
Yeah, I can learn from watching, but hands-on I get more involved.
Okay, I agree on the same way. And what is the most important skill you have learned from the classes you've taken? Or the college experience as a whole?
College experience, I'd say really enjoying what you do and not sticking with something just because you think you should. Okay. I've dropped classes where I realized I didn't care for them and I knew it would have just been a waste and I would have not liked it, but the ones that I truly appreciate, I do the best in.
What do you appreciate the most out of your schedule right now?
One that actually affects me a lot is the contemporary cinema, because I see a lot of directors. I've watched a lot of movies, but there's still more directors in movies that I've never seen before, and it's glazing over the ones that I've never known.
Do you have a favorite director?
I would say Paul Thomas Anderson is definitely my favorite.
He is a great director.
He's great.
And we're going to have to take a break, so we'll be right back. back to today's installment of The Dreamers. Our special guest, Alex Munoz, dreams of being a filmmaker but began in art. So you were telling us about Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
And your favorite movie of his was?
It's Magnolia, actually. It's one of his earlier ones, but it's definitely my favorite.
Okay. Does your art reflect your movies, or is it a separate thing?
I'd say they kind of, my art background helped a lot with my movie background, because now a lot of stuff I learned in art actually carried over into movies, like composition and colors and everything like that.
Did you think to draw David Bowie after watching a movie, or was it a spur-of-the-moment thought?
It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thought. It was actually harder than I thought it would be, and I'd never used pastel before in this one, but I'm really glad I did the challenge, because it became one of my favorite art pieces.
It's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Why is it that you drew his eyes two different colors?
Oh, because it's his actual eye colors.
So you do research before you do things.
Yeah, there's a crazy story behind it too.
That's awesome. Do you know the crazy story?
Yeah, he got in like a bar fight, and somebody scratched his eye, and that's why one of the pupils is huge and the eyes all discolored.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, David Bowie's been through a lot.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Do you have a favorite Bowie song?
Yeah, it's always flip-flops between like Sound and Vision and Heroes, but it's usually mostly Heroes.
I love Heroes. Was it hard to do this piece?
It was hard mainly because I didn't want to mess it up, because I'm such a huge fan. But I guess that extra effort really helped it come alive.
You should send it in to him.
Yeah, but then I don't know if I'd get it back.
That's true. do a photocopy of it.
Yeah.
Go to Kinko's. And I was wondering, does college help you reach your dreams?
Yeah, definitely more so than I ever had before, because in high school it was a very sports school and art was very minimal, but now there's such a huge focus on art and film that it's like I'm more open to all these different things that I never knew were possible.
So you think art helped your film understanding?
Yeah, tremendously. I'm very glad I did art and I continued with it, but now I feel like I can just keep it as a hobby instead of as my...
Maybe you can do storyboards.
Yeah, I'd always thought about that too.
Yeah, storyboard and director. You can be a jack of all trades. So what are your hopes after college for what experience you would like to get for your dream?
I plan on trying to get in the field as soon as I possibly can. Try to get some more work editing or even directing. Cinematography is always up there too, but I'm not as experienced in that. But editing is probably the top priority.
So you've done work with editing already?
Yeah, in the classes I've taken this semester.
Okay. What have you done?
We've filmed a couple of our own projects. One was some dialogue ones, and now I'm doing my own original for our final project.
Oh. Are you liking it? Is it coming along good?
It's kind of a work in progress, but I need to find more time to film it. But I really like my idea, and I think it'll be a pretty interesting thing.
Do you feel comfortable explaining what it is?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing, it's kind of a narrative, but only filming using a person's hands. It's like going through a whole life story just through hands.
Is it going to be called Hands?
I don't know. Maybe something like Hands Off or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's clever. Okay. Or Hands On. No.
Hands,
okay. What advice would you give to students?
What advice would I give them? At least try a lot of different things to find what you're really passionate about. And if you don't like it, you could always move on, do more things, and hopefully find what you really, truly like.
That's great advice. Thank you. And that's it for today's episode of The Dreamers here at Fullerton College. A big thanks to Alex for joining us today. I'm Sage Medina. Have a good night, and don't forget to keep dreaming.